Okay, we are on to class 3 of C Creative Thinking Projects for Odd Weeks. Now, unlike class 1 and 2, that was 20 minutes, class 3 will be for 40 minutes. So you have a lot longer to cover this project, and we're going to go into details about how to fill that time. So when you open up April Gate, it will bring you to this page. You've seen it before. Now, during the class 2 training video, I showed you that if you go to the bottom right, you can click through the pages to move forward. But that will take a long time if we're trying to get to class 3 material. So what we can do is go over to the bottom left, pull this page out, and you can look for your class 3 material. It's much faster. So this is part 3. We're on class 3, and we know that we're using the right material, so we can move forward. And it will bring us to this brainstorming page. So the first thing that we want to do is read the instructions. So it says plan a sports day. So you want to break that down with students. You could ask them, what type of day are we talking about? And they can say sports day. So they know what they're talking about for their project, and you can move on. Next thing I do is cover these examples here. Some of these are going to be hard words for the students to read. So I'm going to go ahead and read one word out to the students, and they can repeat it after. And then, if possible, I would try to match this word with an action. So I might have students stand up and actually stretch while repeating the word. That'll be much more active and fun for the students. After we've covered the words, then I would get students to put these words into the line. So I would maybe do one example with the students, and they can fill the rest out by themselves. Okay, after they have filled out this page, we can move on. Now, during class 1 and class 2, generally I would give them about 6 to 7 minutes to finish this page. But we need to record all of the students' presentations during class 3. So I want to make sure I have enough time for that. So during class 3, I always try to give a little less time. So for this page, I'll probably give maximum 5 minutes for them to do this one. So after 5 minutes, they should have their ideas, and we'll move on to their script. So just like before, we would cover a line or two with students. So I can say, it's a sports day, and I can read it to them at 9 a.m. There is, and I'd maybe ask one student, okay, what did you put for 9 a.m.? And let's say that they say stretching. So go ahead, write that in for students. They could copy it, or they can make their own. Okay, and again, for this page, I want to give them less time to complete it because we need to make sure we get all of their recording finished. So for this page, I would give about 5 minutes. So that leaves us with 30 minutes left to record, and that should be sufficient time. So after they complete their scripts and we're ready to record, what I do is I get one student up to the stage at a time, and they are free to read from their script. So they read it out and try to do it in presentation form. I give them lots of tips on how to do that. But you might be wondering, okay, one student's at the stage, what are the other, let's say, 10 students doing in the classroom? And that is the tricky part of recording. So one thing to keep in mind is, on class 3, when students are going to be recording, you want to give the other students something to do while one student is recording. So for this week, for this example, I would probably give students a piece of paper, and they could draw their own sports day and color it. That way they're not bored and talking while other students are recording. So after you've finished recording all the students, then you have finished the whole week-long creative thinking project. Good job.